What's good, YouTube? I'm Zero Zeus, and welcome back to another Boruto video. So today's video is gonna be my episode 50 review. So let's get into it. This episode, I think this was the Chunin exam recommendations, and I did not know what to expect from this episode. But before I go into that, if you like what you see, please like and subscribe. But anyway, I didn't know what to expect from this episode because I thought maybe every time you just see something and it's not about Boruto, well, when I see something and it's not about Boruto, I just think like, how can they make this? It's like, it's filler episodes where it's kind of funny. It's filler episodes when you into it, and then it's like filler episodes where you just cannot stand to see this anymore. And I haven't ran across that yet. Like this one, I don't know if you could really call it a filler episode, but it was okay. It was okay. It was funny. You know, it was a couple of aspects in there that I didn't really expect to see. And then at the end, I kind of found myself wanting more, but we're going to get into that later because, you know, I have to get through the whole video before I start explaining what happened at the end. But anyway, basically, the episode starts off, you got Konohamaru, Shikade is in Naruto's office, and, you know, he's shuffling through the work, and Konohamaru, I think he was coming to give them the report from the last mission that they did. So basically, he sees the outline for the Chunin exams, and they start talking about that. I know everybody who was watching is just like, yes, we can't wait. But they start talking about the Chunin exams, and then I guess they start to get into who will be recommended and how they're gonna choose them, and then this is where you see this frame right here. After that, this is where you see them at talking about, you know, all the stuff like troublemaking. And let me just point out, I don't know if anybody else, I know somebody's probably way better with detail than me out there, but I totally forgot that Boruto and his class, they destroyed their school, so they had to have class on the outside. I totally forgot. And so this episode, the school was rebuilt, and I just like how they kept track of that. Most shows probably would have just pushed it off to the side and act like nobody knew what happened, but I like, you know, that they just tied up that loose end, even though it was no need to, because I don't really think nobody cares, but I thought it was funny though. And so they just having a conversation about all the kids they recommending. They talking about Shikade, they talking about Chocho, they talking about Boruto, they talking about Sarada, Mitsuki, everybody, right? So, and then it's another thing too. Everybody does not know that Mitsuki is, you know, Orochimaru's quote unquote son. Everybody doesn't know that. And so like it was funny because you hear like, oh, so you guys don't know? And they're like, what? They all ecstatic and stuff. And he still didn't tell him. I was expecting for him to be like, you know, that's Orochimaru's son or something. They just kind of keeping that shrouded for some reason. I guess they don't want the rest of the village to know that because they might feel like he's a danger probably. I don't know. But yeah, so they basically just keep pointing. And mind you, the whole time they're having this conversation about who they're recommending, Boruto keeps popping up and they just act like he's so problematic. And it's like, he kind of is, don't get me wrong, but you could just see them pulling it out, and Konohamaru is steady trying to douse the fire, right? And he's like, no, they're not a problem, you know, they're not that bad, you know, stuff like that. But it was just funny. I just found it really funny. So it's crazy because by time we get past this moment here, a couple moments after this, couple scenes after this, they're sitting at like a bar, you might as well say, and they're drinking, right? Everybody's getting drunk and stuff. And the topic really gets on whether he's gonna recommend Boruto to be in the Chunin exams. And it's like, it's crazy because I know it doesn't really matter to anybody because the movie came out and you already know he was gonna be in the Chunin exams because of the movie. But it's like, you never knew that this was going on in the background. Like somebody had to decide whether he was ready to, and you know, you didn't get to see all that. You don't get to know all that. So now we do. And I guess Konohamaru was struggling with it, and I just thought it was so funny how Hanabi, she comes in and they just start getting all drunk and they're not paying any attention at all, and they're both super overprotective over Boruto, and it's like they were having this joking moment, and then she just got really serious, and you could see the Byakugan. Her face was still red, like she was drunk a little bit, but she was serious when she was talking about Boruto. I thought that was really funny too. I might actually make that a part of the thumbnail because I just thought that was so funny. But yeah, so basically they are reviewing the shinobi, the Ganins, I guess. They're basically reviewing them and going through and looking at their feats. They even talked about Nue and how Boruto summoned Nue and how, Sumire, she was trying to get Nue to destroy the Leaf Village. They talked about all of that. Like they even, I think, I didn't even know. I don't know if they showed this in an episode or if it just flew right over my head, but I never knew Boruto got one of the train cars that crashing in the Naruto stone face, which is like, that's through the roof. I thought that was so funny. I thought it was hilarious. But yeah, overall, this whole episode was just great. And then, okay, now we're at the end of the episode, so I can talk about this. We at the end of the video, kind of, so I can talk about this. So basically, you still don't get to see what Konohamaru decides, right? And so Shino, right? He's not supposed to drink. We never knew this. Shino is not supposed to drink because if he does, then he lose control over the bugs that he has on the inside of his body. And Hanabi was being all pushy and trying to make him drink, and she fell on him, and the drink fell in his mouth. And you could pretty much guess what I'm about to say. He got drunk, and the bugs went everywhere. But overall, what I'm saying this for is that it ended up making it so Naruto, they call Naruto, and he's about to come down there, right? And so I guess he's gonna help them. He's gonna be a deciding factor in whether or not he should go to the Chunin exams, I guess. And I wanted to see Naruto go down there and get drunk with him too, because I just knew that would be hilarious, but it just didn't happen, and they cut it off, and I don't know if it's gonna be a part 2 to this episode. 9 times out of 10, it probably will. I'm actually hoping for it. So it don't even have to be any action or anything. It could be just like this. I love it. It could be flashbacks. Like they had a bunch of flashbacks in this episode, and I thought it was all cool. So anyway, let me just end the video, because if I keep talking, I'm gonna be talking all day, and this video will be 20 minutes. But anyway, this is the end of the video. I'm in Zero Zeus. This has been my Boruto episode 50 review. Please like, subscribe, share, and comment. Thank you for watching, and I will see you all next video.